specific exercises. Whoa. Okay, welcome back. Today we're going to go over 4 exercises to help grow a wider back. Like, you know, kind of like that. But this is about growing a wide back. So if you watch the channel, you know that I like exercises that do multiple things. I do not do a lot of muscle specific exercises. But anyways, most of the exercises I do are compound, or complex exercises. They do multiple functions, or they grow multiple muscles. So this is going to be no different. Well, let's get to it. Now, all of the exercises that I do for widening my back are all compound lifts, or they target more than one muscle, right? It's not just rows doing this, but, well, you'll see what the rest of them are. And stay tuned to the end. I've got a 5th thing to help you grow a wider back. A little secret tip that I'll put in at the end of the video. The first one is deadlifts. Now, when you're doing deadlifts, the key thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that after you grab the bar, you're keeping your shoulders back. So you want your shoulders to go back and you want them to go down to help engage the lats. So you reach, grab it. Now you want to roll your shoulders back and then down. And this way, when you're lifting, you're not just engaging the top part of the back, but you're also engaging the lats. The reason for engaging the lats is that's the part of this is a larger muscle in your back that gives you that wide look. Or gives you that kind of V-shaped look. Doing deadlifts definitely improves many, many things. It works almost every muscle in your body. But if you do it that way, keeping your shoulders back and down, when you lift, you're engaging more of your back muscles, or improving the engagement of your back muscles so that you get more power off the lift and actually work those as well. That's a good lift to start with. All right, so the next exercise that I do to improve my back, grow a wider back, is a pull-up. And with pull-ups, there's another video that I did that explains what grip to use on pull-up, which one is better versus the others. But the one thing that I have found that, at least for me, feels as though it's improving the engagement of my back the most is, instead of going like this and then up, right, and going with your chin over the bar, it's to pull back and arc. So I'm going to go from hanging to pulling up and arcing back, getting my chest as close to the bar as I possibly can. So it would look something like this. Now, if you do that one, you can really feel it in your lower back and your lats, and in your upper back. It feels like it's pulling wider as you pull up. And that's what we're going for when we're doing exercises for our back. Trying to get a wider back, then you need to actually broaden your shoulders and broaden your back. All right, so the next exercise is a Croc Row. All it is a heavy dumbbell row that you do with one arm. Best way to do it is to support one hand and keep the other hand free. You can either do it supporting like this, leaning against something, standing up and doing them, or you can kneel against a bench. One knee, one hand. Keep your back straight. You're going to go down as far as you can. So if you're standing, you want to lean, you want to keep your back at about 15 degrees to the floor. You want to go down as far as you can, like a stretch. That gets the lat engaged. And then pull up towards your belly. So don't keep it in the middle and hit your belly, but to the side and towards your belly. You want to come up and down. And the thing that makes this such a fantastic exercise is that you're not swinging it. and doing like this. But when you come down, you're giving a little bit of engagement in the hips and in your legs with a little bit of push to get it up. Reason for that is you want to go heavy with these, and you want to do a lot, meaning 20 reps or more per side. I do sets of 20, but I do 3 sets of 20 or 5 sets of 20, depending on the day. And I do it with a weight that's going to tax me significantly. Anyways, here's how it is. So you're just going to lean, come down to about a stretch, and then up. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that's kind of cheating because you're using momentum. But if you're going straight down, when it gets to the bottom and you start pulling it back up, even if it's not all the way down and you start pulling it back up, you're pulling up against something that's going in the opposite direction. You're not, you know, it's not like taking a bench press and then bouncing it off your chest. Maybe there's a little bounce in there. I don't think so, but it is extremely taxing. You switch, do both sides, just make sure that you're doing both sides, make sure that you're always trying to be balanced in your exercises. And then let's get on to the last exercise. All right, now the last exercise is a landmine row. First of all you need is a barbell and a tennis ball. You take the tennis ball, and I'm gonna move the video around here for a second so you guys can see this. Take the tennis ball, place it up against the wall. That protects your wall. And then what I really like to do with these especially is I take my battle rope and I loop it underneath there. Okay, and the reason I do this is to increase forearm engagement. Same thing, you want to keep your back straight, keep it at about a 45-degree angle, and then you want to lift up, kind of deadlift the weight off the floor, and then bring it back. Now, that first one wasn't so good, but you want to make sure that you're keeping your elbows close. And then you want to do those for sets as well. Let me fix this. Okay, so you see my light back there. Just ruining all the magic. Anyways, you want to do that one for sets as well. All of these exercises that I do, they're all part of a program that I'm currently working on. I've got a link in the description for anybody that wants to pull that program up, input their own numbers and do it themselves. But it's got a lot of accessory exercises on top of the 4 main lifts, mostly because I'm trying to see how much better I can get, how much improvement I can get, and go for specific weights that I referenced in an earlier video. I'm a little behind on that, so I don't think I'm actually gonna hit those, but I'm still shooting for it. Anyways, guys, tell me what some of your favorite back exercises are. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think these exercises are best, or do you have better exercises that you found that work better for you? In any event, you guys, give this video a thumbs up, like the video if you would please, and then subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, then definitely do that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. And then the last tip, which I told you would be at the end of the video. I know you thought I forgot, but I did not. The last tip is eating. You have to eat in a caloric surplus if you're going to have growth. There are a couple ways to do that. I'll do another video on that soon. Bye.